guys. What we doing today?
All right, so today we are going to take this transmission completely out, and then Randy, the cameraman right now, he's gonna come over here, and I'll have him sand this door down, sand this, what do they call it?
The mirror cover?
A mirror down, and then we'll eventually get to this quarter panel and sand the quarter panel down. We might end up sanding the other quarter panel as well. It has a crack in the paint. And then I have some goodies right here I'll open up later. But the first thing is getting this transmission out. We just gotta take a couple bolts out, slide it out. Might have jacked the car up more just to get it fully out. That's the first thing. It's hard to see because the condenser and the radiator's in the way, but right there, she's gonna come out.
That's the new one down there, right there.
Yep. So this is my fuel return that I had went ahead and bought. I went with the Z1 because it was just easier to find all the parts, and I'm gonna get Z1 injectors and stuff like that. I just want it all to be completely compatible. This is all the fuel return kit. These are all the fuel lines. Gaskets, fuel lines, all of it is in here. Ports. I think that's all that's in this. Yeah, that's all that's in this box right here, this little box. So let me move the little box out of the way really quick. And this big box should have fuel rails. Fuel pump and stuff like that in it. So hold on, let me open up. I got a box right here. So this came with the fuel rail. I don't know if you guys can really see it. This is Z1 fuel rail. Both. Okay. If I can get it open, we'll see if I can open it. There we go. This is a Z1 fuel rail. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it's really, really, really nice. Looks really good. I'm gonna slide this back in here really quick. Put it back in the box. Both fuel rails are in here. Comes with the gaskets and every port it needs, and new bolts for all of them.
So it literally comes with everything you need.
Yeah.
It gets really good.
Yeah, it comes with everything that is necessary for the fuel rails and the fuel return kit. That was just a fuel rails. There's more stuff inside of here. There's another box right here. Oh, if I can get it out. Holy shit. Really nice. Really nice. Set this back inside of this box. I'm hoping maybe I can get some of this stuff started today for the fuel return kit. There's a lot of pieces to it. Here's some clamps and holders for the kit. Get it back in the box. This right here, it's what I think it is. This is a 525 Hellcat. I also ordered the relay kit for it to make it easier. The box. Little box. See what this is. Oh, okay. This is a fuel pressure regulator that came with the kit. The gauge, so you can tell how much pressure you have going through. Here you go. Z1 fuel filter housing. Here's some more wire and loom for the fuel pump. And then this is the little Z1 bag. If you guys have ever ordered from Z1, you know what this is. This comes with the little gaskets and little hoses you need, little brackets, all little parts. But it also will give you your digital installation and tell you how to do it. Field dampeners. I don't have anything to cut it open. I don't have to cut anything open, but these are the fuel dampeners. A port. And then Z1 stickers they always send within these orange bags whenever you order. That is everything inside my fuel return kit from Z1 Motorsports.
So this is the old engine that we pulled out from this junk. Right there. Getting ready to put the new one in. New stuff. And he getting ready. There's a new engine right there. Can you tell me a little bit of the engine why? Like what do you have in here?
This is my VQ35 DE. But there's stuff done to it. The block bored over. The pistons are, I think, 96 millimeter CP pistons. The crank is a Brian Crower fully balanced stroker with Brian Crower rods, caps, ARP studs for head and everything else. The heads are completely done. They have +1 millimeter valves. It's all Brian Crower stuff, all within the heads. Has Brian Crower 272 cams. It should be a 3.9 liter. So it's went from 3.5 to 3.9. Oh yeah. The fuel rails are going to be Z1. I showed you guys that when I unboxed it. The motor should, I don't know, I've spoke to one tuner about it. They said on low boost E85 it should be like 700 wheel. They said it should be capable of 1,000 wheel at some point if I have everything correct. Fueling, air ratios, idle's all good, everything's good. The motor should, at some point in its lifetime, if it does not fail, praying that it does not fail at some point, it should hit 1,000. But that's a long time from now. My goal right now, 700 wheel, get used to 700 wheel. I've never drove anything over like 400 horsepower, so that's a big jump from what I'm used to. This motor costed some money, but in the long run, it'll be worth it. So that is this motor. This motor will be very, very, very good for a VQ35D. So we're gonna go to this old motor. It's really crammed over here. This garage is not very big. It's a very small garage. I'm gonna go ahead and get these headers off of this old motor, so I can get them cleaned up maybe and ready for the next motor when I'm not here.
Back at it.
Yep, so this is the old motor. I'm taking the headers off. So when there's something only one person can do, we can clean up some of the headers, degrease them, do stuff like that. These bolts were really easy to get off due to me not doing the maintenance for the motor. I bought the car knowing that it had oil problems, and not oil consumption, but oil leaking problems. You can see on this front up here, it's all covered in oil because the gallery gaskets on these VQs are paper thin. They blow out and they will throw oil everywhere. You can see oil everywhere on here coming all the way down the motor. This leaked from up here, also leaked from up here with the valve covers. I just never replaced them because I knew what I was going to do. And in that regard, I paid for it in my front end. My motor mounts are blown. I think oil had to do with some of that. The car has 180,000 on the body, so if the motor mounts are somehow original, then maybe that is part of it. But the oil will definitely take out other pieces. So in regards of doing your maintenance, I would do it just because it'll save you a lot of money in the long run. Even if it costs a couple $100 to do your maintenance, you will not have to worry about it.
It's better when you know more about cars. You can do by yourself and save a little bit of money.
Yeah, and when you start learning about cars, you just do it. Like, obviously, don't just do big jobs. Like, if you don't know how to do that and it's a really big job and it can mess up your entire motor, then maybe you should have somebody else do it if you're not mechanically inclined at all. You know, if it's your first thing you've ever done, you probably shouldn't do a timing chain on a VQ. You can do obviously valve covers if you know how to do that, or little things, but don't do timing chain if you've never done anything. Yeah. So I've done a timing chain before. They suck, but it's pretty much the same labor as if you put a new motor in, or I mean, a used but new to you motor. The only thing is, if you do the timing chain on the motor that you had, you know the timing chain was done and the gallery gaskets were done. If you go buy a used motor, you have no idea. It could be that the gallery gasket's about to go out in 5,000 miles, and then you're gonna have the same problem. So it's really whatever you choose to decide as the customer. But here is the headers. They're Strupp or Stroop headers. They came on the car when I bought them, so I don't really know if those are like eBay brand or if that's a good brand. Never heard of it, so I would assume it's like an eBay brand. But that is the header I was running on my G35.
Yeah, any problem running it?
I never had a problem, no. I ran that, and then my test pipe's actually behind the cameraman right now in this little box under the motor. I wasn't sure if this was a high flow or what it was, but I don't know if there's enough light to see in there. There's nothing in there, so it's just a test pipe. There's not very much light to see. Nothing in there. It's catless. So I was running headers to a catless down pipe, test pipe, whatever. And when I bought the car, I had a Borla muffler on it, but then I changed it out for my Z1 single exit. Made it extremely loud. Yeah, that's your choice if you'd like to do that or not. But yeah, I didn't have any problems with these headers or these test pipes or anything. No exhaust leaks, no nothing like that. So I don't know, if you want a really loud car, be obnoxious, you could do that. I thought those had cats in it before I put the exhaust on, but they don't. So it was okay. I was really loud. I didn't really shoot flames, so if that's what you're looking for, no, I didn't really shoot flames.
But it popped though.
But it would pop, and when my car would do this thing, it would throw a code, and then it would shoot flames up the back. But besides that, I never had that. So if you're looking for that, you probably should get a tune, get it done right. Don't do dumb stuff.
A little bit of setup here and there, getting ready to pull out a transmission. I'm gonna go under now.
What we are going to go ahead and do is we're going to take these bolts out to get this mount down. Jack up just a little bit.
I have pressure on the transmission. So we're gonna try to get it down safely, obviously. We're gonna go ahead and take these bolts out and try to come down and backwards with the transmission.
So when you pull it out, you pull it forward or back?
I think we go backwards with it. Okay, I'm gonna leave mine just a little bit in there. You take one out and then just bring it down a little bit as well. We're gonna see how this reacts with the jack under there. I'm trying to take one of these out of a Infinity. I've done once on a Subaru. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, bring yours out just if you can, just a little bit, not. There you go. Yeah, keep going. Okay. No, we're fine.
I'm stuck. No.
You're stuck? Okay. So
you might have to load the jack down.
yeah, my side isn't out yet. Go up with it or down?
Down. The thunder. So, slowly.
I'm trying to even get the jack to grab. Okay.
Okay. Good. It's still landing on the thing, so you good.
Okay. So hold on. Let me get out of here. You're probably gonna have to get your arms under here if you can. I don't know if you can. It's not very heavy on the backside. Yeah, see, it's pretty light. All right, Randy, are you ready? Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little.
If I had my arm out, it will fucking fall down.
I'm trying, Randy. And when I get it out, I'll help you. Okay.
Whoa.
I'm pulling it my side so it doesn't land on you as much. There we go. Okay.
It's stuck. Hold up.
Yep.
I'm gonna go backward.
Backwards?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it stuck on?
That frame up there.
The frame?
Yeah. That little frame, that cover.
I know what you're talking about. Hold on.
It's stuck.
Yep, we're fine. We're fine. Just hold on, Randy. We're fine.
So we're gonna call it a day for today. All we did was drop the transmission down. It is extremely cold out today. We even have the heater running back there, and we are frozen. So I'm gonna wrap up today with just getting the transmission down. I would take it completely out, but there's no space in the garage at the moment to put it anywhere besides leaving it under there so we can walk around the car and we can get stuff moved around. I'm hoping next week it'll be a little bit warmer, maybe in the 20s or the 30s, and I'll be able to move some cars out of the garage and pull the motor out and pull the tranny out and put them in different spots. But right now it's like, I think it's 14 degrees outside and it's extremely cold on this concrete. So we're gonna go ahead and call it a day today. Thank you for watching.